Players. South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem is trying so hard to save her spot on the short list to be Frumpy Dump's VP. But the Magamites, they are not having it. And it's because she has doubled down and now she's basically tripled down on her murdering that puppy. Rest in peace to Cricket. So last night she went on Sean Hannity and she basically tried to use her children as her reason for inhumanely murdering Cricket. Y'all watch this. It's brutal. Watch it.
Virtually every state has a law in place that says that animals that attack and kill livestock can be put down in situations like this. But I'll tell you, Sean, to farmers and ranchers, they expect it. They know that once an animal like this starts killing just because they enjoy it, that is a very dangerous animal. And that was the situation that we were dealing with. And I'm a dog lover. I've trained dogs for years. I've been around hundreds of them, of course. And so this was a tough situation and very difficult. But that's what happens in rural America many times. And, you know, I hope people do read the facts of the story and truly understand that I'm a mom. And at the time, I had small children, a lot of small kiddos that worked around our business and people, and I wanted to make sure that they were safe and that dogs that have this kind of a problem, that have been to training for months and still kill for fun, they are extremely dangerous, and a responsible owner does what they need to do and what the law will allow.
I declare, honey, what a disgrace. So now it was all for the safety of her children. But in the book, she said, and I quote, "I hated that dog." She didn't say anything about it being for the safety of her children and her family. She said, "I hated that dog." Child, it is despicable and disgusting for her to sit there and try to justify her egregious actions. She didn't do this in the midst of an attack. That dog didn't latch on to one of her children and wouldn't let go. She thought about it and then glorified it in a book 20 years later. That means it was on her mind, y'all. Like, this is something that she was proud of. And she wrote about it in her book and said, and I quote, "I hated that dog." Child, it's so bad for the lead Magamites. Frumpy Dump Jr.'s wife was on with Steve, Don't Wash His Ass Unless Frumpy Dump Tells Him to Bannon. And he asked her about Governor Kristi Noem in this situation. And she said that she believed that somebody must have snuck that in her book without her knowing, because it ain't no way she should have ever put that in that book. They can't even justify it. The leading Frumpy Dump tank sniffers cannot justify what she said. She keeps trying to say the law says that she can, but at the end of the day, you're supposed to do what's humanely possible. You could have tried to rehome that dog it was a rescue, apparently. She could have took it back and said it was untrainable. Or she could have taken it to the vet and they made a decision on whether to put the dog to sleep. But inhumanely do something like this and then write about it 20 years later as if it was something to glorify is absolutely disgusting. She can pretty much take herself off of that short list for Frumpy Dump, and she can also really be thinking about another career, because baby, the Magamites in South Dakota, they not having this. Even the ranchers, they like, this is ridiculous. Players, put your thoughts in the comments. This is Double D Mo for the Black Creek Nigga.